It is the Penguins post-game, the Q&A here from the Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa. I am Dan Kingerski on the National Hockey Now and the Pittsburgh Hockey Now YouTube channel. Before we go any further, do me the courtesy, please, of liking and subscribing to this little channel. I don't even know where to begin with the game analysis from Saturday night. The Penguins lose 5-4 in overtime to the Ottawa Senators, who have become quite the hapless Senators. The Sens had lost 6 games in a row, including the first 2 under new interim coach Jacques Martin. You remember him as the former Penguins assistant coach. The Sens are kind of in all types of trouble. They put a goaltender in net, Anton Forsberg, who had an .876 save percentage before the game. The Penguins had almost 10 minutes of power play time in the first 2 periods alone, and they mustered just 3 shots on those 6 power plays. They did get a goal, don't get me wrong, but 3 shots in 9 minutes and 34 seconds of power play time. The Penguins amassed just 11 shots total in the first 2 periods. They should have been blown out of the building, but of course they have this guy named Sidney Crosby. Crosby, as he has done for the last couple of weeks, provided the Penguins offense when there was otherwise none to be had. Crosby setting up Rickard Rakell for his first goal of the season. You could just feel the weight come off Rakell. That made it 3-2 and put the Penguins in the game, and then 2 minutes later they give up another goal. They give up, it's almost inexplicable. The Penguins fighting themselves. Talked to Lars Eller after the game tonight. You didn't see it on television because, I kind of went running into the room a little bit late, finishing up all the other duties we had to do. And so I got a chance to talk with Lars and his quotes were brutal. He said, "We were slow and watching. It was the play away from the puck. When you don't commit to playing defense and playing close gaps, you're not going to have the juice to attack." And he's right. Lars speaks his mind. I don't get a chance to talk to Lars often enough because he deals straight. But in the third period, the Penguins outshot, and here's where everything turned. The Penguins outshoot the Ottawa Senators 23-1. 13 scoring chances according to Natural Stat Trick. 8 high danger chances. The Penguins take a 4-2 deficit, tie the game 4-4 before, I honest to God, I don't know what happened in overtime. All 3 Penguins, Chris Letang, Evgeny Malkin, I don't know who the third one on the ice was. Was it Rakell or I don't know. All misplayed the puck. 1, 2, 3, lost puck battle, missed the puck, and it winds up, Stützle puts it right in the net, the only shot of overtime, actually. So I promised a Q&A against my better judgment. Listen, I've been in Ottawa all day. My hotel is actually down near the border to break up the drive on Sunday. So I've got an hour drive after we do this, and it's already 10 minutes to midnight. So I kind of, one more thing here before I get to the Q&A. I kind of hit, not Mike Sullivan's job performance, but I kind of hit Mike Sullivan and the locker room for focusing on the third period. I entirely focused on the first 2 periods when they had a chance to blow Ottawa out of the arena, to get that much power play time. At least generate some momentum, generate some shots, take control of the game that was given to you. What we're seeing are penalty kills of the last couple or a few games. Since the Penguins' hot streaks, penalty killers are stacking. It's a very tight 1-3 between the red line and the blue line. Come and beat us. And the Penguins are a little bit befuddled. They're not getting clean zone entries. They're not setting up. They're not pressuring the penalty killers, even when they get it, because they're just the PK is just taking the Penguins' power plays, both of them, in fact, out of sync and out of rhythm. I don't think the Penguins can hang their hat on a great third period. Listen, it's 30-some games now. The playoffs, that stream, the draft to the pack, they're getting further and further behind. Every game they lose or don't win, in the case of Saturday, puts them further behind. So let's get to the Q&A. I was in Ottawa all day. I had to do I just hung out at the outlet mall across from the arena because there's nothing around here. And you should see where they have, you can see this media room. This is the media room. There's a table. There were no chairs, and there's some couches. Where they stack all the garbage is just outside the door. No bathroom either. I tell you, I get no respect. Let's, oh boy, okay. I'm editing the comments as we go because not everything we want to, here's just an overreaction. I won't use your name. 67 is worthless. Did you actually watch the game tonight? Raquel was really good. Obviously in overtime with Malkin and Letang, but Ricard Raquel was really good with Crosby and Gensel Saturday. From David B. What do the coaches see in Zohorna right now? I haven't seen much in a long time. Hinostroza was much better, but got demoted. I don't know that I'm going to argue too much with you, David. Zohorna now hasn't scored a point in 14 games. He's playing a very soft game. He's not aggressive. There was a shift in the first period, which I noted in the PHN report card, in which he should have just made a beeline for the wall, cut off the rim around. Penguins break out, great transition. But he wasn't focused on the puck. He was kind of tangling with a defender in the defensive zone and kind of just lost himself in the middle of the ice, kind of in no man's land. Ottawa maintains possession, draws a penalty a couple of moments later. It's things like that. Zohorna is better, but it seems like maybe he has to get angry. He has to get desperate to see his best game. He only played about 8 minutes and 30 seconds on Saturday. So, David, I believe Coach Mike Sullivan is reaching the end there. Simon, should we get a return on Graves now? Listen, I'm not playing GM. The Penguins' defense in mass was bad on Saturday. The turnovers, as Ottawa packed the middle of the ice, the Penguins' defensemen were especially slow to adjust, that they couldn't make those up passes that they wanted to make. They couldn't make the stretch passes. They couldn't even make some of the breakout passes. Look, Jacques Martin's a smart guy. He knew exactly how to get at the Penguins' defensemen, and he did. And the Penguins are not a great team in terms of making adjustments. They lack self-awareness. They just keep trying it. Well, this should work. And they keep kind of banging their head on the wall. The players. I'm not going to say Sullivan. I'm going to say the players. Because I know Sullivan is not standing there saying, throw the puck into traffic. Eric asks, why this coaching staff keep playing Gino on the point on power play 1 and at 5-on-5? Wouldn't it be time to play him on the wing from now on? I will take credit for being the first on that a couple of times this season, in terms of Malkin moving to the wing. I don't necessarily know if there are mitigating circumstances to Evgeny Malkin's slump and his lesser play, but he certainly is not impactful for the last 14, 15 games. He only has 9 points in that time. A few of them were on the power play, the recent spate of power play points. but it's been 23 games since Malkin scored a power play goal, according to Bob Grove. I do think sooner than later is time to move Malkin to the wing. I liked what I saw from the two-headed monster, but I don't want to say definitively, because you never know when Malkin gets healthy over the Christmas break, comes back with a vengeance. He does that sort of thing. I don't like his game right now at all. From Texas, how soon does the GM realize that he has a bunch of heartless cowards on his team and starts trading them to acquire draft picks? I don't think we're going to see that, Texas. Let's see what I mean about editing some of this stuff. From El Fusco, Ned was the hot hand, but the holiday break will help reset. If he starts 4 in a row, do we ask about Jari's health? I think Jari's just fine, health-wise. He's practicing fully. He's not taking maintenance days. I think Mike Sullivan liked how Nedeljkovic was playing, plain and simple. He also maybe was challenging Jari. Sullivan likes to do that. Jari, listen, Jari's human, need a little kick in the pants. Jari was soft against Toronto in that meltdown. And if Sullivan can get the best out of both goalies by playing them, well, you do that. So I'm sure there's a little bit of mental gamesmanship as well as playing the hot hand. I think those are the comments that I am going to get to. Penguins lose 5-4 in Ottawa. Like, subscribe, join this band of merry rebels as we upset the media establishment, not just in Pittsburgh, but across the North American continent as well. We've got, we're launching or relaunching a new National Hockey Now site after Christmas. Calgary and Philadelphia have been reinvigorated, and those sites are doing really well. So if you subscribe to one, you get us all. And I'm excited about what we're going to do here with the new sites coming as well. So that's it for me from Ottawa. Have fun, kids.